today. This earbud out, that way I can talk without an echo. There we go. Had one heck of a week. Knocked in the best of ways. The Tigercat is down. Oh man. Forgot how this thing is. Oh. She's got a lot of character. But she's been a good girl. I got in it this morning, and as soon as I lifted the arch, the pins that hold the upright on, the bushing was completely gone off the right side. Good now because I've got a little bit of ammunition on Ed next time I see him. It was up to Ed or I who wanted to work today, basically. With the Tigercat being down, we don't have any more cutting to do here, so we just got the loader and the one skidder that's working. Got to tearing apart the arch again. Replace the bushing. We know it's got to get line bored, but now that we only have one skidder guy, you know, this is basically going to be the backup. Again, like it was intended to be. But then the truck went down, so Ed's been in it. And it's just been kind of crazy. So, the Tigercat, 2 days ago, we had like, I don't know, it's supposed to be negative 16, I think a high of negative 8 or something like that, all day Fahrenheit. And then they were saying wind chill, bringing it down to negative 35, blah, blah, blah. So I had in my head, it was going to be stupid cold. So, you know, take it easy, that type of deal. I was, but laziness on my part, and I didn't fully understand. We just had been starting to clean out on the 310E. There's 2 cavities that the arch have on both sides, and they are, you know, they're good sized cavities, but all you have is a little window to do anything with. And when your arch is sucked in, there's no room. So the cavities, or the opening to the big cavity, is only as big as the arch goes from forward and backward. Nonetheless, I was bringing a hitch of tops in. Did I miss my trail? They did? dropped the tops, the hydraulic line broke on it. So I didn't know the hydraulic line had busted, you know. It wasn't a visual spray or anything like that because of the size of the cavity, you know. So luckily that thing's got horns and buzzers and everything else when something like that happens. I was looking backwards, of course, in the seat. So I spun around and seen low hydraulic fluid, that extreme low, blah, blah, blah. So I shut it down. I got out. And, holy cow, that's stupid snow. I didn't see nothing on the ground, didn't see. So I started it back up real quick and moved the arch because it wasn't like something I was going to have to tip the cab for or anything like that. I moved the arch, and as soon as I did, the snow that was on top of the arch turned, you know, yellow type of deal. So I shut it down, went down to get wrenches, realized that it was nothing that I could do up here. So I limped it down to the landing, and we spent probably 5 or 6 hours cleaning out the one side with a pry bar, you know. 2 of us had pry bars going at it. And finally we were able to replace the line yesterday morning, and since it was trail. Since it was a little bit warmer, I think it was 18 yesterday, we decided to get the salamander out and start getting the other side done. Had 2 skidders going, so the one skidder pulling wood this close, it's not really going to hurt anything to take the time and fix it, you know. That way we don't have this issue again. Another hydraulic line bust. So meanwhile, Ed's busy finishing up the close wood, starting to get a little bit further back. So I told John, while the salamander, you know, warmed up the come on, warmed up the rear end, I wanted to take a look at the turbo, because I had noticed that while Ben and I were working on the hydraulic fluid we had on the pump a couple weeks ago, the oil had, or the hydraulic fluid had spit up through the front due to the fan, and I noticed that there was a lot of oil around that turbo, but at that time we didn't know. You know, we just done an oil change, a lot of things going on, all that oil went up front. So I had checked out the turbo, and the turbo charge pipe was
yeah, catch you later, thanks.
Charge pipe had oil around it.
My pleasure.
So we took that apart, realized that the turbo was gone. started it up to try to get some hydraulic fluid circulating, warm the residual mud and ice and everything else in there. About 5 minutes after I started it, John pulled back in because he went to go get 2 bolts that were cross-threaded. And as soon as he pulled in, got out of his truck, the skidder started beeping on the inside, like a warning deal. And that's when we realized that the voltage coming from the alternator was 19. So we got pulling apart the turbo, had to pull apart the alternator, and then after it had got done running, Ben had come over to see if we needed a hand, and he asked just the way the day had been going, the, I don't know, 2.5-inch main return line, which is up on basically the top of the pump, goes I think from the tank, if I'm not mistaken, was leaking. And that's a good 3 foot, 3.5 foot up underneath the cab, or from the ground, you know, from the belly pan up to the cab. So I started getting the machine all prepped to basically turn the cab over, get that fixed. Ended up just needing a couple tightens. Hopefully I'm going to keep an eye on that. But yeah, that was pretty much my Tuesday and Wednesday. Glimpse of, we'll call it my first day in the woods, because it's what I heard from everybody was, you're going to be working, you're going to be cold, you're going to be this, you're going to be that. You know what? It's all true. It's all life. And if I was at DOT and your pipe froze, we'd be out there with an excavator or a great all with a steam jetty with 2 flaggers in the road. It really doesn't matter where you're working. And actually here, it might have been -8 or whatever with a wind chill, but I was working. You know, when you're standing out in the road with a flag in your hand at -8, or, you know, -32 with a wind chill, whatever the heck it is, that's friggin' gold. You know, and a lot of the guys, they don't prepare for that stuff. Some of them are from the, we'll call it city, but it's not really city. You know, they think a freaking pair of whatever the heck them boots are that are Timberland. Yeah, the hip, you know, boots there. They're work boots. Maybe they are, I don't know, but they aren't really. They aren't no Red Wings to me. Or what, these Chippewas or something like that. Which I'm not very impressed with Chippewa. But You know, they didn't dress for the elements. Here I had coveralls on, I had my bibs on. We had a salamander, you know. It was freaking cold. So it all depends on what your, I don't know, what your mind does to you. Because they were alright. It's gonna be freaking cold. There's gonna be crappy situations. But they're everywhere. Just depends on which one has less crappy situations. And I actually get a feeling of gratitude and appreciation working here. You know, I mean, if you need some, you ask for it, you get it. You know, I mean, if you're asking for this, that, and the other, you know, go buy it yourself. But if you're working with something and it just ain't working, and you're doing something, I mean, it's great. I want to thank y'all for watching. I want to thank the couple guys that come on here and make my day. Leave nice comments, that type of thing. Them like button hits, man. It don't matter if I've got freaking 50 people watching the videos, or like some of my older stuff having freaking 50 to 100,000 views. That's what it's all about for me. I like when people look forward to hearing about what's going on, how a non-logger is doing logging. And you know, some of the my buddies from the state, Jason, Ben, Bill, and my little buddy Wyatt. Hopefully y'all are doing good. I think only one of you is still with the state. I know it's been a rough winter already for you. Probably out in the truck right now because it's freezing rain here. We got freezing rain and we got 28 degrees. We had 2 crappy days below zero. Today it's 28 degrees and it's freezing rain. Either way, guys, thank y'all for watching. God bless y'all, and we'll see you in the next one.